It's Tuesday at 5 something something. It's pouring raining. And as I'm sitting and waiting in my car to go into my next project, I wouldn't call it a job, I thought about something. Between last week, Thursday, and today, Tuesday. Hey guys, how you doing? What's happening? What's happening? Between last Thursday and today, I've talked to 8 people who have told me, Tina, as couples, we haven't slept in the same room between 9 months and 3 years. And this is all of those couples. And they're still married. Which brings me to this. Many people feel that once they separate and go into separate rooms, the marriage is over, basically, right? And that's untrue. What it means is that you guys really need to sit down and talk about those various things that's bringing you to this place of why we're staying in separate rooms. When you got married, you weren't in separate rooms. And the reason most times people are in separate rooms is because they just aren't getting along for various reasons. I've heard some say, my husband is very untidy, and it's so nice going into a room with people where my stuff is where it's supposed to be. I've had a husband say the same thing. I've had a wife say, I work so hard, and if that keeps him quiet, he has his gaming and everything. Another wife said, he might as well stay in that room because if he doesn't want to talk. It's just various excuses. And what that is usually a detour away from really addressing the main issues in your marriage. So it's either you want to stay in separate rooms for the rest of your life and live a life of roommates, or you both need to come out of that room and sit down and address what's going on. I've had many couples over the years have their situations and they're not in the same rooms. And most times it's because they just aren't seeing eye to eye. But I think about it and say, oh my gosh, you are wasting time. That's time wasted. And let's not talk about the intimacy, which takes place sometimes in either room or sometimes in other people's homes. All that is a red flag to say, beyond seeing eye to eye, we need to come to the table. Both of us maturely come to the table and be ready to address those challenges that we're having in our relationship. And if we don't address those challenges in our relationship and we continue to live as though we are roommates, what do you expect to happen? And I'm not saying you should be expecting things to go wrong, or you should be expecting an affair, or you should be expecting all these other things, but what are you expecting if you're staying in separate rooms? You're having separate schedules. You're doing everything in which a roommate would do. Doesn't tell you what time they're coming home, what time they're leaving. You don't even know when they're home. Address it. Or make a decision. That's all I'll say. I just think it's very unfortunate. Hi, Fly Comedian. Night night, love you too. What's he keep? Yeah, address it or walk away, because you're both unhappy. It's never one partner happy. And that's the other thing I want to share. You often get one partner saying, I'm so unhappy, I'm fed up, I'm tired. They should be lucky. You're both unhappy, right? I'm working so hard, I'm making all this money. That's a lot of women too. I'm working so hard, I'm building this lifestyle for us, and he doesn't have to do so much. He should be lucky. You're both at fault. You're both making mistakes. And whether or not you decide you're going to work and build an empire of finances, or build an empire of homes, or just a lot of material possessions, or take a lot of trips, or have the best material possessions, your marriage is in trouble. So you could do as you please with your money. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. But what I will say is, if you choose to stay married as roommates, that's totally up to you. Don't complain about it. But if you want to see change, you both have to sit at that table. Oh, call me. I'll help you. but you both have to stick to that tail and make a decision. We want to make this marriage work. Spend more time in each other's room. You both got separate rooms. You go in his room 4 days and he come in yours 3. Imagine that, right? I just wanted to share that as I'm sitting in this rainy day, relaxing, waiting for my 6 o'clock. I said I might as well get her early because I don't have to worry about all these puddles and all this traffic. So I just wanted to jump on really quickly. And really, I jumped on because I haven't been live for a while. And as I'm sitting in the rain, I said, why not talk about the things that so many people are experiencing? I've never heard in all of my years of doing what I do as a relationship coach, I have never heard of so many couples sleeping in separate bedrooms. Sleeping. I've heard of couples separated, moving out for a few minutes, coming back. I've heard of couples divorcing. I've even heard of couples moving on like they're divorced, and they're not divorced, in new relationships. But for the most part, I've heard so much in 2025 of couples living in the same home and sleeping in separate rooms. One has a nice leopard room. The guy has his nice Liverpool room. Another one has the pink room she wants, or green room. The husband has a football room, like 2 separate rooms. And the sad thing is, when they come outside, you would never know. That has to be very hard, keeping up that image, going to every event, family functions, even having family functions, only to find out at the end of the night, you're going in separate rooms. The intimacy is a joke. You go in public, you put your arm around each other, you're talking, laughing, doing all of that, only to walk in your room nights alone. I've never had so many clients. 2025 has been a year, and it's only the end of February. And I've had tons of clients, couples that sleep in separate rooms. That's something. Anyway, guys, I've done my live for today. I want you to think about it. If you're sleeping in separate rooms, there's so much more to it. And like I tell all my clients, that most of them start in separate rooms. They're also now sharing time in each other's rooms. Since you think you both got your own rooms, oh, okay, no problem. We need to split up these rooms. There's time in each other's rooms until you get back in that one bedroom. Call me if that's your challenge. Call me. Because, that's not marriage. Unless somebody's terminally ill, or something's really, really wrong, or a certain handicap that requires a separate room and a certain type of bed, a wheelchair accessible, something like that. That's truly understandable. But if you're both waking up, dressing up, leaving your home, putting on face for people, going to every event, taking trips, having events, going to work, managing staff, both of you. If you are doing that and you're walking in your home and sleeping in separate rooms, call me. Talk soon.